Certainly. Below is a detailed and accurate account of the life and achievements of your Galileo Galilei, 1564-1642. The pioneering astronomer, physicist, and mathematician who revolutionized science by improving the telescope, defending heliocentrism, and challenging the prevailing Aristotelian worldview. The true story of Galileo Galilei, 1564-1642. Early life and education. Galileo Galilei was born on February 15, 1564, in Pisa, Italy, to Vincenzo Galilei, a musician and music theorist, and Giulia Ammannati. He was the eldest of 6 children. Initially, Galileo studied medicine at the University of Pisa, 1581, at his father's urging, but soon became fascinated by mathematics and physics. He left university without a degree in 1585, but continued studying under Ostilio Ricci, a mathematician who introduced him to Euclid and Archimedes. By 1589, he secured a position as a mathematics professor at the University of Pisa, where he began challenging Aristotle's theories on motion and gravity. Key scientific contributions before the telescope. 1. Law of falling bodies, 1589 to 1592. Galileo demonstrated that all objects fall at the same rate in a vacuum, contrary to Aristotle's belief that heavier objects fall faster. He allegedly conducted experiments by dropping weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa, though historical evidence is debated. 2. Moved to the University of Padua, 1592-1610. Galileo took a better-paying position at the University of Padua, where he taught mechanics, astronomy, and geometry. He developed early versions of the thermoscope, precursor to the thermometer, and studied shear projectile motion, laying foundations for Newton's later work. The telescope and astronomical discoveries, 1609-1610. In 1609, Galileo heard about the Dutch spyglass gun in an early telescope and built his own improved version, increasing magnification from 3x to 30 yang. Revolutionary observations, 1609-1610. 1. Moon's surface, 1609. Galileo observed that the moon had mountains and craters, contradicting Aristotle's claim that celestial bodies were perfect spheres. Taurus Jupiter's moons, January 1610. He discovered 4 moons orbiting Jupiter, Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto, proving that not all celestial bodies revolved around Earth. This supported Copernicus's heliocentric model, sun-centered solar system. Phases of Venus, 1610. Venus showed high crescent and gibbous phases, just like the moon, which only made sense if Venus orbited the sun, not Earth. 4. Sunspots, 1612. Galileo observed dark spots on the sun, further challenging the idea of celestial perfection. His findings were published in Siderius Nuncius, Starry Messenger 1610, making him famous across Europe. 3. Conflict with the Catholic Church, 1610-1633. Galileo's discoveries supported Copernican heliocentrism, which contradicted the geocentric, Earth-centered model endorsed by the Catholic Church based on biblical interpretations. I-16 First warning. The Church declared heliocentrism foolish and absurd in philosophy, and Reich and formally heretical. Galileo was privately warned by High Cardinal Robert Bellarmine not to teach Copernicanism as fact. Vorschläge concerning the 2 chief world systems, 1632. Despite the warning, Galileo published a book comparing the Ptolemaic, geocentric, and Copernican, heliocentric systems in the form of a dialogue. The Church accused him of mocking the Pope, Urban VIII, by giving the geocentric argument to a character named Simplicio. 3. 1633. Trial and condemnation. Galileo was tried by the Roman Inquisition for non-vehement suspicion of heresy. First, under threat of torture, he recanted his support for heliocentrism on June 22, 1633 He was sentenced to house arrest for life, though he continued writing. Despite his trial, Galileo wrote Two New Sciences, 1638, summarizing his work on kinematics and material strength, which influenced Isaac Newton. He went blind in 1638 but continued working with assistants. Galileo died on dating January 8, 1642 in Arcetri, Italy, still under house arrest. Posthumous vindication. The Catholic Church slowly accepted heliocentrism by the 18th century. In 1992, Pope John Paul II officially acknowledged that the Church had wronged Galileo on Galileo's impact on science. Galileo is called the father of modern observational astronomy and the father of the scientific method for his emphasis on experimental evidence over dogma. His defiance of authority and pursuit of truth made him a symbol of unscientific freedom. Would you like any specific details expanded?